What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Elite Training of Millionaire Mafia Instagram Mastery. This is going to be jam-packed training with tons of value, getting into some income, getting into some automation. But first and foremost, I want to start with a very overlooked strategy towards getting 1K to 25,000 likes on your very next post. This is the type of stuff that if you do this consistently and combine high-quality content with consistency, you're always going to go viral. This is the type of stuff where you're going to pick up a couple hundred to maybe 1,000, 1,200 followers per post on every picture, and oftentimes even more on videos when you keep high quality content and consistency. So what I want to talk to you guys right now about is Telegram. So what you're going to want to do is go over and open up Telegram. If you don't have an account, make one. The little icon will pop up on the left here so you know what Telegram is, but it's a desktop app and you have it on your mobile device. You're going to want both, just so you know if you're out and about and make a post, you'll be able to access it from your cell phone and then be able to have it on your computer as well. On the computer, it is just web.telegram.org. That's all you have to type in. You make an account, email, password, boom, you're done. On your phone, you just go to your Android or your Apple Store and type in Telegram messaging app or just Telegram and it'll pop up. So here's what's really cool about Telegram. You've got your direct message groups on Instagram, your engagement groups, and then you've got massive ones on Telegram, mainly for likes. There's comment groups as well, but here's what happens. On Instagram, you have 15 members up to, at the most, in a direct message group, which is very necessary. You need to have that because it's coming from multiple IPs, different people are engaging at different times of the world, and high authority, niche-specific accounts. Well, Telegram is kind of a little bit different. There can be up to 5,000 people in a Telegram group, and all these people can be liking all of your photos. Now, there are going to be different niches and all that stuff, so that's where the difference is. You need to have both. Don't cut yourself short. You need to have both. So what we've got over here on Telegram are called rounds. They're called Telegram rounds. So what a round is essentially a time where everybody drops their Instagram usernames into a round group. And there's an automated bot that comes around and compiles a giant list of all the users that have dropped their usernames at that time of the day, any day of the week, whenever. And so that particular list that gets compiled, you take that list and you like every single one of that user's last photo. So if account A, B, C, D, all the way through the whole alphabet drops, you're going to like the most recent photo of account A, get out of that, go to account B, like the most recent photo, go to account C, like the most recent photo, and I'm going to break this down a little bit and show you exactly how this works. So there's tons of different groups on Telegram, and don't start, jumping to conclusions and going, gosh, this is really hard information. I'm going to try to break it down so it's really simple for you to understand, because it can be. I mean, there's a lot to know, and I know we've already gone over a lot, so I'm going to try to make it as simple as I can for you. There's many different round groups. There's going to be tons that are created on a day-to-day or a month-to-month basis. Groups are going to change names. They're going to rebrand to different things, and as you familiarize yourself with this, you'll just learn to adapt to that. So some of the groups that are existing right now, and you can see them over here, you've got Pro Millionaires, IG Likes, Boost Likes, and so on. Ones that you're going to want to write down and remember, and I'll have them posted below this video: Fuelgram, IG Likes, Instagains, Boost Likes, Republic Like System, and Millionaire Mafia. Those are going to be some of the biggest and best groups out there. Obviously, Millionaire Mafia is ours, but you've got Fuelgram, IG Likes, Instagains, Boost Likes, Republic Like System, Millionaire Mafia. These all have hundreds and hundreds to thousands and thousands of members in them. So right now, for example, I am in like rounds for Instagains. So Instagains is one of the groups that I mentioned. Now, some of these are going to be free groups. Some of these groups, like Instagains, thanks to me, is $20 now. He asked me how much he should charge. I said $20. He charges $20. So it's going to be a group that you want to join, most definitely. Boost Likes is going to be one. IG Evolve, IG Likes. These are all going to be different groups. Now, some of the groups have requirements. For example, Instagains, as of right now, and once again, you're going to want to constantly keep yourself updated with the Telegram community. Instagains right now is a group that you can be any followers. You can have 0 followers, you can have 5,000, you can have 5 million, they don't care. IG Likes is a 10,000 follower group and above, which means you have to have 10,000 followers to get into the group. IG Evolve, which is run by the same administrators, is a group that you can get into that is for 0 followers and all the way up to however many that you have. So the different groups have different rules for how many followers you have to get in them. So I'm going to have these groups posted below, and you can go through and you can message the admins to get into them, and you can just say, hey, @Millionaire Mafia referred me, I just want to get into your likes group, please. And I'm going to post, which ones you have to get paid into, which ones are free, and so on. You're going to want to join all of them and as many as you can. Here's why. So what happens in a round, for example, there's going to be a pinned post. Once you join the group, you're going to join the group and you're going to see that you've been added to this giant group. And when you click on that group, there's going to be a pinned post up at the top. And if you click it, each group will have instructions. They will say what time the rounds take place, how you drop your username, if you have to report done once you've engaged on all of the users, and so on. Each one has different rules. Once you have done this for a few days, you'll get it, you'll understand. It might seem overwhelming, but you'll get it, I promise. It's very easy once you get in the rhythm, and it's very necessary to do. So, for example, here's how it would work in Insta-gains, and they're going to be very similar from group to group. It's just some have different rules than others. So here's Insta-gains. This is a bot right here that says gains. So for example, at 11:30 a.m. Pacific time for me, which is 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Most of these groups all go off of Eastern Standard Time. At 11:30 a.m., gains bot says drop. So it says round is starting, drop your usernames now. So what happens is all of these accounts start dropping their usernames. You see this? World of Bosses Telegram dropped World of Bosses Instagram. Travel Elation, that's a weird name, Travel Elation Telegram dropped Travel Elation username for Instagram. So you're dropping your Instagram username, not your Telegram username, your Instagram username. So we see here all these people are dropping. All these people are dropping. I see a lot of Millionaire Mafia members in here too. So they're dropping, they're dropping, they're dropping, they're dropping, and this is going to continue to happen until noon, 30 minutes later in this particular group. So see what happens right at the end. Now Gains comes back in. This is a bot. You don't message him. This is a bot. It compiles a list. There's FL list, which stands for follow liker, 1 of 2. It compiles all these usernames. Then there's 2 of 2. And then there is the mass planner list. These are different softwares that people use to like for them, so they don't have to manually do that. And we're going to talk about that in the next video, actually automating this. There's the mass planner list, 1 of 2. Then there's going to be the mass planner list, 2 of 2. And then here's the split list. So these split lists, what you would do is once the lists have been compiled, you could copy these split lists each to your clipboard and go over to your Instagram account and then message them to yourself in your Instagram direct message, and then all you'd have to do is click like, click like, click like on each username. The most recent photo, it's always the most recent. And like I said, there's rules in each one of these groups, so it will tell you if it's a like group, if it's a comment group, if it likes and comments, if they want you to like and comment, if you are only to like the most recent photo, if you're to like the top row, meaning the top 3, and so on. So you just read the rules and familiarize yourself. The result is there's, let's see, 17 lists on here, which each have about 20 users in here. This means that there's going to be about 350 likes or something like that coming from this group. But then you're also in Fuelgram, then you're in IG Evolve, then you're in Millionaire Mafia, then you're in Boost Likes. And so what happens is you choose what time of the day. I typically recommend, as I've said before, that you post 2 to 3 times a day. Usually, as far as rounds go, the best times are going to be 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I also do the 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. So what I typically do is 9, 12, and 3. 9 and 3 are usually the biggest drops, what we call them, where the most users are going to be participating. So what happens is when you drop your username for Instagram in IG Evolve, Boost Likes, Fuelgram, Insta-gains, and so on, by the time you've dropped all of that, you have literally thousands of users that are going to be liking your photos, like liking your most recent pic, like right away. So this is the process that you would do. You go into the groups and you read when their drop times are. Most of them do 9, 12, 3 Eastern Standard Time, and sometimes there's maybe one before that or one after that, and so on. The drop starts typically 30 minutes before. So for example, say I wanted to participate in the 9 Eastern Standard Time AM rounds. I'm waiting there to drop at 8:30. At 8:30. So that drop starts 30 minutes before. Like you saw up here, you saw that the drop started. If I go way back up here, the drop started at 11:30. See, it says drop. List will drop in 30 minutes. Some groups drop on 40, meaning 20 minutes before the hour. Some groups drop at 30 minutes before the hour, and the list is compiled on the hour. So what would happen is I would try to be the first person to drop. It gets competitive, but the further you are at the top of that list, the closer you are to the top, means that your photos out of all these users are going to be the ones that get liked the first. Get liked first out of all of them, which means you're going to be ranking a little bit faster than they are on Instagram. But you can see the result. The result is an immense amount of likes in that first 10 minutes to an hour that we're talking about, because these groups typically require that you have to complete engagement within an hour and a half. And so because of that, they actually kick out users if they catch you what they call leeching. Millionaire Mafia checks for leeches. If you drop and you report done, a lot of these groups, when you're done, Instagain sometimes doesn't require that you do that. And like I said, you just have to read the rules. But a lot of these groups, you'll report done as soon as you know that you're done liking the most recent photo, whatever those rules dictate for that group. Well, the thing is, these bots are smart. They check for leeches. So they're going to check you watching this video right now and make sure that you actually go through and like everybody on that list. And if you don't, they will warn you. You'll get up to 3 warnings and then you'll get banned. And then you usually have to pay for re-entry, or if you're really nice, you get along with them, they might add you back for free. You've got to be careful of that. The good thing is for you and me is it's almost a guaranteed way to make sure that everybody engages, and it's seldom that people don't. Out of a list of 1,000, maybe 30, 40 people don't actually do it correctly because they take it very seriously. So you want to be able to get 1,000 likes on your next post from this that leads you into Explore page exposure. And when you are posting high quality content, high quality pictures, viral posts, viral videos, you're going to go out, spit on the Explore page and stay on there for a day, 2 days, 3 days, and start yielding a couple hundred to a couple thousand followers per post every day, all day long. As long as you're consistent, as long as you post high quality content and you do this correctly. So it's an amazing way to get that engagement that you need right off the bat. So I recommend that you join all of those groups, and once again, I've got them posted below, so that way you can message the admins of each one of these groups and say, hey, @Millionaire Mafia referred me, I'd like to get into your group. And most of these groups may have you pay anywhere from $0 to $20. A lot of them are free, some of them aren't. They're all worth getting into. And then you just read the rules, you familiarize yourself, and that's why there's warnings in place, because we don't expect you to get it right off the bat, but after a few times of practicing, you'll get it and you'll understand. You can also drop multiple Instagram accounts. I mean, if we go back up here and look, you'll see that there's some people, like this one, SlasherDog470, they dropped 4 accounts. So you can drop as many Instagram accounts as you want, so long as you engage back from all of them. So that's what we're going to talk about in the next video, is how to automate most of this, so that way it doesn't take a lot of time for you, it doesn't take effort on your part at all. And like I said, it's going to be something where you want to join as many groups as possible. And most of these groups, when you join, they're also going to have in the pinned post, they'll have a join link for free to their discussion groups and their market groups. And that's where you can ask questions, that's where you can go in and see what people are selling, services that people are offering. So that way you know how to do this correctly, and if you do stumble on anything, you know exactly what you need to do so you don't end up messing up again. But it's very, very, very critical to your success on Instagram. This is how a lot of the big guys grow. One of the most effective ways, these are how, you know, accounts that have 500,000, 2 million followers stay in the game and keep their engagement up. One app that might also help you guys out, since you can see, like, I'm in a lot of groups here and I get a lot of messages. You can see all this, it's tons, and sometimes it's hard to keep separated. So one app that I recommend you use is Telepal, and you can download that on your phone as well, and it will actually allow you to separate the groups from the chats, because a lot of times, you know, you'll end up just privately messaging somebody on here, just one-on-one. And if you want to keep, you know, all your groups pinned to the top where it just showed Millionaire Mafia and Instagains and so on up here and separate from everything else, it'll help to clean up a little bit of that for you guys. So in the next video, we are going to talk about automating this process for you guys. And once again, I've got the groups listed below so you know who to talk to join and how to join, and also the posting procedure. There is a posting procedure that you want to follow when you're doing this. And what I mean by that is when that drop comes around at, say, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, because the list is going to compile at 9, what you want to do is make sure that you are there as best as you can try, first to drop, first to submit your username. And then once that list compiles 30 minutes later, you make your post right then, not a minute before, not a minute after. So you drop at 8:30, 30 minutes go by, you're waiting for that list to compile, boom, you post right at 9 o'clock. You share to your direct message groups, you come back and you grab the Telegram list to start liking on. That's what you want to do. That way you've made your post right on the hour, and that way the likes start coming in right then. If you post before that, there's going to be a gap when you start to see that rapid amount of likes coming in. If you post after that, you're going to miss some likes, and they're going to go to your last post, which isn't going to do it any good. So I'm going to post the process of how you would want to participate in Telegram rounds properly and posting, and then also all of the groups that you should join. And once you get in, like I said, groups always change, so I recommend that you just stay in tune with it. And if more groups come out and they're created, just stay active on Telegram, and you'll see people move into these other groups. You'll probably get added to some without even knowing what happened. So just stay in tune with that, learn the process, and within a few days you're going to be able to actively do this, get thousands and thousands of likes per post. And when you get consistent with the high quality content, get ready for hundreds and hundreds to thousands and thousands of followers per day. I'll see you in the next video. We're going to talk about automating all of this with Telegram and automating your direct message groups.